All right, guys, so we're back. I am going to zoom in on the camera a little bit so that way you guys can see a little bit more. Let me bring up the camera ever so slightly. All right, here we go. Let me plug in my phone to make sure it stays charging real quickly. I am going to get my phone charged up. Give me just a second and I will be ready. Okay, I think I got it plugged in now. Yes. Okay. All right, now we're ready to go. Boom, right off the bat, first one. Right off the bat. Appreciate the like, whoever was that. Appreciate that. They are hungry. It was a nice warm day, so they are pretty active. They are pretty active because it's a warm day today. There they go. Now they're coming out. There they go. They're coming out now. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you guys. There we go. I think that's better. Boom. And they are out feeding now. They like these warm days. Still can be a little bit warmer, which we'll get that in the summer. We'll get some warm days in the summer. And then they'll be really, really active, which right now they're pretty active, but they get even more active in the spring and in the summer. But they're getting it. There's some big ones coming up right now. Looks like one of them was fighting with another one. He has a little scratch on his face. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. What's going on? Reese, what's going on? If I'm pronouncing that right. Reese 16, what's going on? Welcome. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. They are greatly appreciated. Jekka Fisherman, thank you for the gifts. Much appreciated as well. Garlango? I'm just going to say 1785. 1785, what is going on? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the stream. We got some big boys coming in right now. Elijah, what is going on? 8-pound largemouth. Nice. 8 pounds is pretty good. That's better than my personal best for bass, for sure. That is pretty good. Freddie, what is going on, Freddie? What is going on? Voles Fishing, what is going on, brother? What is going on? Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. Great start to the week. Nice, relaxing fish feeding episode. Watch these guys fill up on some food. It looks like they've been fighting. I'm not sure over what, but they've been fighting for something. Plushful, what is going on? Welcome to the stream, Plushful. Hope you are having a great Monday. We got some big ones coming up. We got some big ones coming in here. We got one that has a scar on his face, so he was fighting over something. Nolan, 10.3 pound bass. Oh, shoot. I missed some. Elijah, 40 pound catfish. Nice. 40 pound catfish is solid. Blue channel, flathead, what was that? David, 16.6 pound bass. That's freaking massive, dude. 16 pound bass. My God. Plushful, what's going on? Hello again. Nolan, 10.3. Also, huge freaking bass. I mean, anything like in the 8 pound range is already pretty. They usually have pretty. Elijah, flathead. Okay, nice. That catfish was a flathead. Nice. I've caught 50. I've caught a 50 blue, and that was when I was like 18, 19 years old. So it's been a while, but that's been my biggest for catfish. Bailey, David lying. David, I mean, they're calling you out, David. David, 30 inches. Nope, for real. You tell him, David. Richard, 7 pound bass. Nice. 7 pounds is solid. Nolan, my 10 pound bass was the only bass that I got for that day. Oh, nice. Hey, still 10 pounds is, man, I'll take a 10 pounder if that's the only thing I catch that day. That's still a big fish. Ozzy, catfish. Elijah. Yeah, my personal best is 50 for a blue. I've caught a lot in the 20s, teens, a bunch of those, but the biggest is 50. David, Florida largemouth bass. Nice. Yeah, those Florida largemouths do get big. I like how they just get some big old bellies, man. They just look like big old swollen bowling balls, man. It look like they swallow just like a bowling ball in their bellies. I love it. David and killed a 30-point buck. Bailey. Oh my gosh, dude, y'all freaking cracking me up in the comments, man. Oh my gosh. Nothing like fish stories, Elijah. Nothing like fish stories. Oh man, dude, this is freaking hilarious. Tomas, some question mark. Not sure what that means, Tomas. What does that mean? Some. We got a bunch of big catfish in here. These aren't super huge. They're maybe, I don't know, there might be a couple in the teens, but most of them are pretty much single digit cats in here. 1 or 2 might be in the teens. B1, are those snakes? No, they are not snakes. They are catfish. Amir, 65. I'm currently on the toilet. Nice. Well, enjoy the stream from the toilet, man. Hope you're not dropping bigger fish than what we're seeing here. Appreciate the likes, guys. Appreciate the likes. Thank you. Helps the stream get pushed out more too, for sure. B1, do they have names? No, we only have one that has a name. That's Big Bertha, and that is, she's not here. She lives in little freaking culvert. When we put her in here, I believe she was 18 pounds when we put her in here. But she is not here, and that was a couple years ago. I have that video on my channel too. Don't remember the year we put her in here. Yeah, I don't want to lie to you guys, so I don't know what year it was, but we put them in here. I recorded it. Everything's on the channel too. And Big Bertha, she was, I think, 17 or 18 pounds we put her in here. But she's put on at least another 10 pounds or so. Probably more, I'm just being generous, but she's probably put on at least 10 pounds since then. Luxie, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Catfishy, yes. Bunch of catfishies. Bailey, you should feed them marshmallows. I've never fed them marshmallows, actually. I feed them a lot of stuff, a lot of table scraps and a lot of leftovers and stuff like that from dinner. But I've never fed them marshmallows, surprisingly. B1, they're so cute. Yeah, they are. They literally come out. And there was a bass that jumped on the other side of the lake right now. It's feeding on something, whatever it is. Yes, we do have bass in here. They don't come up here and get the food for whatever reason. I think it's just the fact that there's a lot of catfish in here. So they don't really like to mess with them. Yeah, we do this every Monday. Every Monday we come on here and we stream. We usually do it before noon, but today I was a little bit busy this morning, so I couldn't do it this morning, but I did get it done this afternoon. As promised, every Monday we do come out here and we feed them. Most other times they feed on live baits. We stock the tank with bluegill. We stock it with shad, both gold, threadfin and gizzards, and a bunch of minnows. And then every year we'll bring in some shiners as well. So I'll record that too. I probably won't go live for those, but I will record when we go and get some shiners or some more bait fish if we see that they need some, which usually every year we usually add some just because, why not add a little extra food for them. B1, it's so peaceful. Yeah, it's really peaceful, man. Super peaceful. I actually went back and watched my own stream one day, and I didn't even realize it was so long. I was just enjoying it. I was like, holy crap, no wonder people watch these streams. Like, they're very, very calming and relaxing, especially after a day of work. Super calming, super peaceful. I didn't even realize it till I watched it myself on my own time. Nicole, cats, yes, Catfish, B1, thanks for making the stream. I subbed. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. That goes a long way for sure. And no problem at all. I don't mind doing this. It's fun. Like I said, it's even peaceful for me on this other side of the camera, just sitting here and just watching them. Only time when you just don't really think about anything, you just watch them. You're kind of mindless, just enjoying these guys eat. Really enjoy it. There's a big one. That's a big boy coming up. Yep. Oh yeah. That guy in the middle has a little scar on his face. I'm not sure what he got himself into. Once they start to spawn, they'll all have scars on their faces and their bodies and all that stuff. Either because they're fighting or because they are trying to nest and start little like holes, or they'll go into brush. They'll go into just random places and they end up getting scratched up, and they'll all have little red scratches all over their faces and whatnot. But yeah, that'll happen once they actually start spawning, which it's still a little too cool for them. It's still February. Water's still not right for them. But they are slower once the water's like super cold. Once the water heats up in the summer, they're very, very active. This is not active for them, considering what they look like in the summer. Briley, catfish, yes. Catfish. Big catfish too. These guys can eat all day long. And we did another stream where we fed them some actual fish. I think we did that last week, I believe. We fed them some live fish, and yeah, they just came and took it right out of my mouth. I mean, not out of my mouth, right out of my hand with their mouth. Yeah, they seem to love it out here. They keep getting bigger and bigger every single year. And they did spawn, believe it or not. They did spawn last year. I think last year might have been the first spawn. I'm not sure, but I did see like a big old ball of just small catfish. And then now we have like one or two that I see a little bit more frequently, baby catfish, baby blue catfish. And we did not put any that tiny in here, so they definitely spawned for sure. Chris Torres, do you have big turtles in the water there? No, we don't really have mini turtles in here at all right now. In the spring and summer, for whatever reason, yeah, sometimes we'll get like a turtle or two that will wander in here. But right now, I haven't seen any in a while. But again, they usually return come spring and summer. I think they just sometimes you see turtles like walking on the side of the roads and crossing the roads and all that. I think that's how they get in here because I did not put any turtles in here. But yeah. And my dad always says every time we see turtles walking, it's about to rain. He's like, every time you see a turtle, it's about to rain. Chris, yes, sir. You're very welcome, Chris. You're very welcome. Yeah, we do this every Monday. Every Monday we come out here, we feed the fish, relax, and you know, just watch these guys eat. It's kind of relaxing after a long day of work to just come out here and watch these guys eat. And they enjoy it. I'm sure they enjoy it. Corridor, catfish. Yes, sir, catfish. B1 turtles will put in the miles. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how far they do travel, but yeah, I know that they travel because I don't have any turtles in here. But then come spring, come summer, there'll be like 4 or 5 turtles in here, and it's just yeah. And you'll see them. Sometimes I'll cross them, crossing the road. They'll cross the road, and I'll see them, and I'm like, I know where you're going. But it's just fascinating that they will find the freaking water, even though they're walking on the roads. They will find the freaking water. It's crazy. I don't know if they smell the water. I don't know how they do it, but they find it. It's amazing what Mother Nature can do. Appreciate all the likes, guys. Thank you, thank you. B1, I'm always finding turtles at my work and house. I'm like, bro, where did you even come from? The closest wilderness is like 2 miles of roadway. Wow. No, yeah, they freaking travel, man. I don't know how they do it with their little short, stubby legs, but yeah, they freaking do it. Short, little, stubby legs, and literally, I don't know what it is, 1 mile an hour, half a mile an hour that they're traveling. But those little things travel, man. It blows my mind. And then the worst thing is like in this Texas heat, like sometimes you'll see them dead summer freaking traveling, and it's crazy because it's freaking hot. It's freaking hot, and these things live in the water. You would think that they would dry out or I don't know, something, but nope. They make it somehow. Eye of the Tiger, what is going on, brother? Welcome back. What is going on, man? Hope you're having a great Monday, man. Brittany Bass. Nice. Nice. Ooh, did you see that freaking bluegill? He almost got freaking taken for bait. He just jumped out of the water. For like a second, he was out of the water. Eye of the Tiger, waiting for the water to thaw where I'm at. Nice, man. You don't do any ice fishing, man? Do you do any ice fishing? We got some bass chasing the, I guess, bluegill in the grass. They're splashing over here to my right. Eye of the Tiger, it's not thick enough. Oh, I see. But still frozen, and yes, I do. Okay, nice. Well, hopefully it'll thaw out soon enough that way you guys can start fishing again. That kind of sucks. It's not thick enough to go ice fishing, but then it's still frozen to where you can't just fish like normal. So it's kind of a gray area, and it's not, I guess, that fun, huh? Man, that boy's long. That fish right there just passed is kind of long. You have some luck lately? The last time we went fishing was it last week? I think it was last week. I don't remember. It was either last week or the week before that. And yeah, we ended up catching a total of what was it, 5? I think it was 5 or 3. I don't remember. Oh, it was 3. It was a 17 and some change, a 13 and some change, a 6 and a 3. So we actually caught 4. It was 4 that day. 17 pounder and some change, almost 18, 13 and some change, 6 pounder, and then a 3 pounder. So it was a pretty good day. That was the last time I went fishing. Yep, I was there that day. Yep, that was the last time. That was the last time I went. I haven't gone back again. But we'll see if I can get on out there again. I did go to the lake last week though, but I didn't fish. I just recorded all of the low water areas. I went to like 4 different places. Just kind of recorded the low water areas, but didn't do any fishing. Yeah. It was tough to record that day because the stream kept going in and out. So I actually have recorded it on my GoPro 2, and that should be better. But yeah, the stream was going in and out because of the service. Something I didn't really think about, because when you think about it, I'm walking where there used to be water, so there's no service out there. It's insane how low it's up north too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I was watching a show. I think it was yesterday, and they were talking about how these data centers are taking up a lot of water, and that they're kind of worried that they're going to start taking up too much water, and that's maybe what's causing a lot of these low water areas. But I don't know. You know, there's a lot of things that can be attributed to it too. So, but I did see that data centers are taking up a lot of water. But I don't know. I don't even know if we have any data centers in our area, to be honest. Eye of the Tiger, 7 million gallons a day. That is a lot of gallons per water. Yeah, I know that they use up a lot of water. I just don't know if we have any in my area. We probably do. I just haven't really looked them up. They're a terrible idea. They want to build one where I live, and the water's already low. Yeah, it'll probably take out more water if they do build it, more than likely. From what I understand, they pull millions, like you said, millions of water, millions of gallons of water to cool basically all the overheating of the data center. It scares me. Yeah, I can see why. I can see why. That boy in the middle is pretty big. And that guy to the right has a scar on his face. That's the one that's probably fighting with somebody or something. Or he got into some brush, one or the other. B1. Yeah, I've thought about that. Why don't they build like desalination plants or something like that? Eye of the Tiger. On a brighter note, the Blues are looking good today. Yeah, no, they are. They're looking really good. They're pretty active. It was a pretty warm day though today too. It's been one of our warmer days. What was it, like 2-3 weeks ago? It was a little bit cold. They're a little bit slow to come feed, but they're doing good now. Yes, 61 where I'm at. 61 is pretty comfortable. I would take 61 better than 80 something, 90 something. I don't even know where we're at right now. We were at 81 an hour ago. It is now 79. It is 79 degrees here. So basically 80 degrees here in Texas. But I like 61 better. Maggie, what is going on? Welcome to the stream, Maggie. Hope you're having a great Monday. These fish sure are. Man, these guys love to eat. Ooh. Robbie, the crappie will spawn very soon. Yes, it is coming up. It is coming up very, very soon. They will be spawning. And the white bass run should be not too far behind either. Maggie, yeah, you're very welcome. You are very welcome, and I appreciate the sub. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, thank you. Eye of the Tiger, can't wait for the crappie. Yes, I love it. Crappie, white bass, they're all a lot of fun. We'll probably go up to North Texas again, more than likely in April, and probably load up on some more white bass and stripers and stuff like that, or at least the hybrid stripers. I love to make hybrid stripers, but I usually blacken the hybrid stripers. Catfish, I usually fry it up. Eye of the Tiger, hell yeah. Yep, we're excited. We did it last year. We're probably going to do it again this year, more than likely. So it's kind of already planned up in the books. Do you use plastics? Yeah, we use a little bit of plastics. We also use, I don't even know what the heck the thing is called. It's like a little wire with some little plastic minnows, and we just drop it down underneath the bridges and load up on the white bass. Really, I think last year we got I don't remember if it was a 4-man limit or a 5-man limit. We got a lot of them though. It was a lot of cleaning. That's all I remember. A lot of cleaning, and we got a limit on the hybrids too. It was a lot of fun. Man, those hybrids are a lot of fun to catch though. They act like they're freaking 100-pound fish, but they're smaller, like 8 pounds, 6 pounds. But they pull drag and they fight, especially with light tackle. You think you have a big old monster on there. Top rank, too much fish, but not bite. Welcome to the stream, Top rank. Casey, what are you feeding them? I'm feeding them some floating protein pellets. Robbie, I caught a 40-pound hybrid striper on Lake Belton. Nice. That one had to put up a freaking huge freaking fight, because the ones we caught was like, I think the biggest might have been like 11 pounds. Not super huge, and my God, they fight, man. Eye of the Tiger, hybrids get really angry. Yeah, they really do. They are a ton of fun. They are a lot of fun. I can only imagine what a 40-pounder would do. Casey, nice. Can I see a shot of the pond? Sure, we will do that. There you go. So the bass, you see this grass hanging over right here? So all that, there's water underneath all of that. And the bass were catching whatever the heck is underneath there. Probably bluegill or something like that. But they were jumping earlier. They don't necessarily come to the pelleted food. Top rank. It's all your pet fish. Yeah. We'll eat a couple, but we don't eat these. Whenever they spawn, we'll take some of the smaller ones out, just because we don't want them to overpopulate. But yeah, we will take a couple. Where's the next? I'm trying to read all the comments. Casey looks nice. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Casey, sweet. That's all you need. Sweet. That's all you need. Goals. Yep. Well, I'm trying to buy another ranch. I'm trying to buy a couple hundred acres, and then I'm planning on putting like maybe a 50-acre lake on that, and then just bringing in trophy fish, from stripers to catfish, just huge monsters. That's the plan. That's the goal. That's what I'm working towards. We'll see how long it takes me to get there, but that is the goal, just to have a place to do that. But yeah, even some trophy reds, if I can get them in there. I don't know where I'm gonna have to buy them at that size, but I haven't seen any of that size. I've seen some big blue cats that they'll sell me, and I've seen some big bass that they'll sell me, pushing 8 pounds, 10 pounds. I found people will sell them, but yeah. Eye of the Tiger, beautiful body of water. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yes, we built this ourselves. Casey, yes, just answered that one by accident, that question. Man-made or natty? It is a man-made pond. When I bought the property, they used it for cattle. So cattle, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but once you have cattle on a pond, they're so heavy and they come to drink water, so they erode the pond and the bank of the pond. So it was basically like a mud hole is what it was when I bought it, and it was like half this size. It was small. And then with a tractor, every day after work, I would come out here for as long as I could till it got dark and just go away at it. It took over a month or around a month. I don't remember exactly how long it took, but it was between me, my dad, and my uncle. I would come over here every day after work, and my dad and my uncle would come over here on the weekends, and we kind of knocked it all out. And now it's about an acre, give or take, in size. But yeah, when we bought it, it was just like a little mud hole. Robbie, is this spring fed pond? No, it's actually fed by a well. So I have a well. I drilled a well, and that's how I feed this thing. So it always keeps water, even in 120-degree weather. Well, not 120, but 110-degree weather, 107-degree weather in the summer. It's still always going to be full and have water. Eye of the Tiger, what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? So I am an investor mainly, with real estate. I buy real estate mainly. But I also have little side hobbies that I do just for fun money, spending money as well. But my main thing is investing. Top rank. What is the next question? Too good spot. Where are you? I am in Texas. South Texas. Casey, damn, life goals. Good for you, man. Appreciate that, Casey. Yeah, we're not there yet, Casey, but that is the goal, and that's what keeps me going, keeps me hungry. I always say, like, enjoy the journey, be happy with what you have, but always, stay hungry, never get complacent and stuff like that, because I don't know, I like staying hungry, but I'm very happy, very happy. Chris, good luck with your goal. Yes, thank you, Chris. I do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Beautiful. Yes, thank you, thank you. Quebec 1235. You can forget the stripers. Okay, I see. For the pond, you mean? How long have you been? Hold on, I'm trying to read all the comments, but they keep moving. Casey, how long have you been stocking for since project start? Oh man, I was just talking about this because I don't remember. I put the video up on YouTube, so whenever I put it up, that was the time. But I want to guess it was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, somewhere in that range, when we stocked these fish in here. Casey Smart. Top rank. That is freaking hilarious. Investing fish or gold? Maybe goldfish. That's pretty clever. That's actually funny. That's actually pretty damn funny. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Casey, if you ever come over to Cape Cod, I'll put you on striper. Not uncommon to catch a 40 plus ice out these ways. Man, I would love to catch a 40-pound freaking striper for sure. I would love that. Casey, looks like healthy eco. Yeah. So my degree is actually in biology. So I try to use what I learned to take care of this water. But yeah, it's pretty healthy for the most part. I mean, the fish seem to be doing well and loving it, and the bass are really doing well. We'll go ahead and get some measurements on those probably in the spring or summer, at least weigh them out, see what those guys have put on. But yeah. Junior Buds 909, 13-pound channel. Not bad. Yeah, it's hard to catch a huge channel because they just don't get super huge, but 13 pounds is a solid channel for sure. Eye of the Tiger, brother. I got to get going, but I hope you have a great night. You too, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for keeping me entertained and chatting with me, and I will see you guys in the next one for sure. And good night. John, yes. Catfish. Eye of the Tiger. I'll be back. Yes, sir. Junior, 8-pound trout. I have not caught anything close to 8 pounds as far as trout goes, that's for sure. The biggest trout I've caught was probably under a pound, actually. I don't really have access to many trout other than going to the coast. But that's a little bit of a ways for me. Your voice so young. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I think I'm still young. Shoot, I don't know. I feel 18. I definitely do. Chris, good night. Good night, Chris. Hope you have a good one. Junior, rainbow trout. Nice, even better. Carter, I caught 7 monster trout today. Seven trout. Nice. What we're using for bait, we're using like actual bait or plastics, or what we're using to catch those trout. Power bait. Okay, nice, Carter. Power bait. Roland, are they what? Roland, what's going on? Hello, welcome to the stream, Roland. Top rank, but really age 32 or something? Yeah, you're pretty dang close. 33. You're pretty close, 33. But I feel 18 for sure. That's a really good guess, by the way. I know it's that's funny. Casey, enjoy, man. Have a good night. I'm going to sub. Thanks, appreciate it. To see you next time. Awesome. I appreciate it, Casey. Have a good night, man. Yeah, because these guys will be out here all day, all night if I stayed out here with them. They have no problem feeding all day long. Uh, 2025. Wow, catfish. Yes, bunch of catfish. Top rank. I think you're good, bro, man. I think you're good. I think you're a good man, bro. Oh, hi, nice. I see that. I see. Voice so hopefully. Well, I appreciate that, man. Top rank. Appreciate it. 2025. They hungry? Yes. And we've already been feeding them for 42 minutes, and they're still hungry. They're still eating. It's been 43 minutes now, and they are still freaking hungry. Still eating. And they'll do this all freaking night, I bet. I'm actually surprised the camera's picking up a lot of light. It's already getting kind of dim here where I'm at. The camera's still picking up a lot of light, surprisingly. How big can they grow this catfish? Hold on, I missed Coulter. What's going on, Coulter? Welcome to the stream. What are they eating? They are eating floating protein pellets. Floating protein pellets. We do this every Monday. We'll come out here and we feed them. The other days they are living off of whatever is in their ecosystem, which is mainly bluegill, shiners, threadfin, and gizzard shad, and any other kind of insects or frogs that they find. 2025. How big can grow this catfish? Catfish can grow big. They can get over 100 pounds, especially blue cats. They can probably get the biggest, other than like Amazon catfish or something like that, or like the Mekong catfish. Those are different. But for us here, the biggest ones we get are the blue cats, and they get over 100 pounds. I don't have anything that big in here, but they do get that big. Top rank, fish only eat air. Hungry, so normal. Fish only eat air. Hungry, so normal. That's freaking funny. almost human size. Yeah, they can get up to the size of a small child or a young child, I guess. I have pictures when I was a kid. My dad caught a big one. It was 40 something inches long, and it was probably as long as me. That's how young I was. It had a big old freaking head too. 2025, I see somewhere in Texas. They're pretty big fish. Yes, we are in Texas, South Texas. And yeah, they're pretty big. They're big right now, but they will hopefully get bigger here soon too. We'll see how much more growth we can add on in this year. Since this year's just starting, we're gonna see if we can just fatten them up, bring in some more fish in here. We put some big shad. Was it last week in here? I think it was last week. We put some big old shad in here, so hopefully they'll be ready for the spawn, and then they'll have a bunch of fish to feed on. Because the catfish really, really love shad. Like, if they have a preference between the bluegill or the shad in here, 9 times out of 10 they're going to take the shad. But they are opportunistic. They'll take whatever the heck they find too, though. 2025 catfish, yes, catfish. Top rank. How many fish in there? I don't know exactly. Because they did spawn, and I don't know how many little ones are in here, but there are a couple of those. How many big ones did we put in here though? Oh man, I don't remember. It was 20 something. We put 20 something big ones in here 4 or 5 years ago. And they seem to be all doing good. As far as bass in here, I believe I put 21 or 20 bass in here. I have to go back and look at my own YouTube video, to be honest, to give you the exact number. But I want to say it was in 20 something bass, largemouth bass. Can you put some snakehead fish in there? Not sure what they are called. Snakeheads. Are those the ones that look like eels? Are those the ones that you're talking about? They look like fat, wide eels, kind of, sort of. They look like eels, just like thicker. Is that what you're talking about? Or steelheads. Is there a steelhead? I think there's a steelhead. Or is it snakehead? I don't know. Top rank. Too good conduction, bro. I'm happy for you. Yes. Appreciate it, man. I do appreciate that. $20.25. Got to go. Have a lovely evening, my friend. Have a good evening as well. Thanks for stopping by on a Monday. Start of the week. But yeah, hope you have a great Monday. Man, it's already been almost an hour and these guys are still freaking eating, man. They will not leave unless I stop feeding them. It's crazy. I mean, look at their little faces, man. I'm still shocked the camera's still picking up this much light, considering it's already kind of dim out here. I am shocked that it's actually picking them up. Ooh, that was like a loud popping sound. My little vacuum cleaners. They're freaking funny, man. Coulter, what do you think the biggest catfish you have in the pond is? The biggest one you probably have is Big Bertha. She's likely around 30 pounds. We're pretty sure. When we stocked her, she was at 18 pounds, 17 or 18 pounds. And that was, what, 5 years ago? She's probably added on at least 2 pounds a year is my guess. So in the summer, spring, we are going to see if we can drop some GoPros underwater and then go to all these little culverts and trash cans that I have underwater, even brush piles, and see if we can find her. I know more or less where she kind of hangs out, but there's no guarantee that she'll be in there. But yeah, we'll see if we can drop some GoPros in the summer or the spring. Once the sun gets strong enough where the sunlight will penetrate a little bit further into the water, because if I do it now, you probably won't see much because the sun isn't that strong right now. But yeah, hopefully in the spring, summer, we'll go ahead and drop some GoPros underwater and see if we can find the biggest catfish we have in here. B1, LOL, their mouths are so cute, chum chum. Yeah, they are. They literally like look at you for food. Like that's what it looks like. Like they just look and be like, feed me. They're freaking cute, man. It's crazy how they just sit there and wait too. They sit there and they wait for more food. They're like little dogs, except sitting, they're swimming. Look at that big boy and his white belly. One day when we did this, one of them had a huge freaking belly, man. I don't know what the hell he freaking ate, but he was like swollen. He was huge. There's no telling what he ate, but he had a big old belly that day. Coulter, we have a pond. It's mainly a bass pond. There are only 2 catfish. The bigger one is 15 pounds. Nice. Hey, 15 pounds is solid fish, though. A lot of people would be happy to catch a 15-pounder. Man's wild side. I've fed catfish on a public lake like this. Really? Actually, you know what? I had a neighbor who said the same thing. He actually used to feed them by his dock. He would feed them from his dock. So yeah, I guess it is possible. I guess they kind of get used to it just like they would here. I would think it's a little bit harder to train them since they are in such a big body of water, but yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, if they can learn it in this environment, they could probably learn it somewhere else. Man's wild deer feeder. Oh yeah. Even better, you're gonna have to sit out there and feed them, right? Just takes care of itself. Robert, what's going on, Robert? Welcome to the stream. Top rank, you eat any catfish? Man, I eat a lot of catfish. I eat a lot of fish in general. I probably have I actually gave some meat away to one of my cousins, but I probably have like 80 pounds of catfish in the freezer right now. Not from them right now, but from lakes. Yeah, I probably have like 80 pounds of fish in the freezer right now. And I eat it weekly, but I go fishing also weekly, so it just keeps piling up. Which is a good thing. That means I'm catching fish, right? But it does pile up. That's the reason I started giving some away. Top rank, what does it taste like? Man, it depends how you cook it. Honestly, I mainly fry my catfish. Every now and again, I will blacken it. I mainly fry it, so I get more of the spicy taste. So I like my fish spicy and like Cajun style. So I get a little bit more of a spicy flavor from it, and I don't really taste any kind of fishiness. Also, I take off the skin, so I don't cook them with the skin. I take off the skin. Any way I'm gonna make a fish, I always take off the skin because I don't like the taste. And then I also take off the bloodline. And so when you take those out, you don't really taste any kind of fishiness. I don't know how to compare it to, but it just tastes like regular fish to me, honestly. Yeah, as long as you take out the bloodline and the skin, it tastes really, really good. But I don't have a way to, it's not chicken, it's not beef. I don't really, it has its own distinct taste. Fish in general has its own distinct taste. Crispy skin, yummy. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's yummy. A lot of the other types of fish, like stripers, like I said, I'll blacken those. Bass, sometimes I'll blacken them, sometimes I'll fry them. Just depends. Kind of depends what I'm in the mood for, but catfish particularly, it's usually 90% of the time I will fry catfish. Top rank, rain come down. Yep, we need some rain, and we need some rain bad. All our lakes around us are drying up, so we need some rain and we need it bad. Hopefully we'll get some, but we'll see. We need a lot of water. All right, we're gonna go ahead and continue on for about another minute, and then we'll go ahead and end the stream. I'm almost running out of food anyway, and it's getting dark, so yeah, we'll continue for about another minute. All humanity needs water. Yep, that is very true. Everything needs water. But yeah, we'll continue for another 30 seconds, minute or so, and then we'll wrap it all up. Like I said, it's getting dark. The camera's having a hard time picking up these fish now. But yeah, we do this every Monday, guys. So every Monday we'll come out here, we'll feed the fish. We usually do it in the mornings, but today I was actually busy in the morning, so I didn't get a chance to come out here and feed these guys. But I still did it every Monday. Alrighty guys, it's already about an hour in. I'm gonna give them the last bit of crumbs that I have. Whew! They got scared as soon as I stood up. Well, alrighty guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, every Monday we do every Monday we do this. We feed them. But again, like always, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. I will see you guys again. Maybe later in the week, we'll be doing some little projects. I'll live stream those. But we'll be back again on Monday. feeding the fish. So without further ado, be careful, be good, take care, God bless. Thanks for chatting and keeping me entertained and busy. And again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.